Those who fear are lost. Fear is not your enemy. Let me say that clearly before we go anywhere else. Fear is a signal. It is ancient and useful, and in the right circumstances, it is the thing that keeps you alive. You should be afraid of a burning building. You should be afraid of real danger. But that is not the fear most people are living with. Most people are not afraid of danger. They are afraid of life. And those are not the same thing at all. The fear that runs most lives is not the sharp, immediate fear of something that could kill you. It is the slow, ambient, background fear of being judged, of being wrong, of looking foolish, of trying and failing publicly, of stepping outside the thing that is familiar and safe and finding out that you are less than you imagined yourself to be. That fear does not save your life. It shrinks it. A life led by that kind of fear is not a life being lived. It is a life being managed, contained, kept small enough that nothing can go too wrong. And here is what makes it so difficult to see clearly. Fear is the greatest disguise artist in human experience. It does not show up and announce itself. It shows up wearing the clothes of wisdom, of caution, of responsibility, of being realistic, of thinking things through. It says things like, I am just being practical. I am just being smart. I do not want to take unnecessary risks. I am waiting until the time is right. Fear sounds like reason. That is what makes it so dangerous. You can spend an entire life being sensibly afraid and call it good judgment. Think about the decisions you have not made because of it, not the ones you considered and decided against for real reasons. The ones you never fully considered because fear answered before the question was finished. The opportunities that appeared and disappeared while you were still calculating the risk. The conversations you did not have. The version of your life you did not pursue because fear built a very convincing case for the version you are already in. Fear does not just stop you from doing things. It stops you from becoming things. And the self you never became is the real cost. Look at where fear has been the loudest voice in your life. The job you stayed in too long because the alternative was uncertain. The relationship that was not right, but was at least known. The city you never left. The business you never started. The person you never told how you felt. Not because you weighed everything up and made a considered decision. Because fear stepped in before you got that far and made the decision for you. Fear is not keeping you safe. Fear is keeping you still. And still is not the same as safe. The person who never risks anything does not avoid pain. They just guarantee a particular kind of it. The slow, grinding, accumulating pain of a life unlived, of potential unrealized, of a version of themselves they glimpse occasionally and then look away from because looking directly at it is too much to carry. Here is the hardest truth about fear. It does not go away when you wait for it. Most people operate on the assumption that courage is the absence of fear, that if they wait long enough, get confident enough, prepare enough, the fear will dissolve and they will be ready. It does not work that way. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that something else matters more. The people who build things, who change things, who live in a way that feels genuinely theirs, are not fearless. They are afraid constantly. They just do not let fear hold the pen. They feel it, they name it, and they move anyway. Not because the fear lied to them, but because they decided the cost of staying put was higher than the cost of moving scared. The most dangerous thing fear can do is convince you that staying where you are is the safe option. It is not. Staying still is just a slower way to end up somewhere you did not choose. So here is where to start. Not with trying to eliminate the fear. That is not a realistic goal, and it is not the point. The point is to stop letting fear make the final call. The next time fear shows up dressed as reason, ask it one question. Is this protecting me from something real? Or is this protecting me from something that only feels dangerous? Because it is unfamiliar. That gap between real danger and unfamiliar territory is where most of your unlived life is waiting. Feel the fear. Name it honestly. And then decide if the thing on the other side of it is worth being afraid for. Because most of the time it is.
5-word life.